Vehement protests against the Citizenship Amendment Bill, especially in northeastern states, may mellow down a bit now that the centre has announced that states and regions under the Inner Line permit would not be brought under the ambit of the bill. The announcement comes as a relief for Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Mizoram, where obtaining an Inner Line permit is mandatory for non residents. Home Minister Amit Shah on November 30th conveyed the decision after holding discussions with leader of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Meghalaya on the contours of the proposed bill. The Citizenship Amendment Bill, which seeks to amend the Citizenship Act 1955, has been cleared by the Cabinet for tabling in Parliament. It would allow persecuted Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis, and Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan to get Indian citizenship. The bill, however, excludes Muslim minorities like Shias, Ahmadis, and Rohingyas. While under the old act, a migrant was required to stay in India for 11 years to be considered for citizenship, the new bill proposes to bring the cut-off mark to 6 years. The bill will grant citizenship to those who migrated to India before December 31, 2014. The bill was passed by the Lok Sabha in January but lapsed without being cleared in the Rajya Sabha. It has elicited opposition mostly from the indigenous tribes in northeastern states who fear a heavy influx of other tribes like Chakmas, a Buddhist tribal community in Bangladesh, will threaten the ethno-cultural identity of their states. But what is an Inner Line permit? It is an official document mandatory for Indian citizens to visit or stay in states and regions where it is applicable. Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, and Nagaland are currently under the ILP system, and Indian citizens who do not belong to these regions need to have the document to visit or stay. Visitors cannot overstay the timeline mentioned in their permits. Permits differ for tourists, tenants, and other employment purposes based on the period of stay. The concept was first materialized in the colonial era. The British had enshrined the regulations under Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulations 1873 to protect the commercial interest of the Crown by regulating entry and exit of Indian citizens from outside these regions for the purpose of trade. After independence, the Government of India retained the ILP to safeguard the interests of the indigenous tribal communities of the Northeast. For more such videos, subscribe to the Federal's YouTube channel. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn.